Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily. Everything's going to be okay. No matter what it is that you're dealing with right now, whatever trying situation that it is that you're experiencing, it's going to work itself out. I'm 26 years old, 26 and a half now, and I have had a plethora, an absolute massive abundance of horrible situations in my life. Situations that I thought I would never recover from. Situations that I thought would absolutely be the death of me. And what I've realized over the last 6 years or so, I'd say, and definitely beforehand, but I was very young back then. The last 6 years or so is that no matter what, everything works out in the end. Now, I've had times where I had a girl that destroyed me. I'll never forget when I was 19 years old. It was really my first ever real relationship. I lost my virginity to this girl. I thought that I loved this girl. She was a very good friend of mine all through high school, middle school even. I knew her, and throughout high school. And I really wanted to date her, but she was always dating this guy. And they dated for about 4 years, all the way from the time that we were pretty much 16 to 19, 20, right around that area. She dated this guy for a really long time. And I waited and I waited, and I always really liked her. And I'll call her Jessica here, and I always really liked Jessica. And I always thought to myself, man, if I could just have her, everything would be so great. And if you guys have been following my backstory, then you know, I used to be very overweight. I mean, this isn't I'm not talking about some dime piece that we had everything in common and she was just such a quality girl. And, I'm not talking about some exceptional woman. I'm talking about a pretty average girl that essentially was just nice enough to give me the time of day and give me her friendship. And I always thought to myself, man, if I could just have Jessica, everything would be so fucking great. Well, her and that guy end up breaking up. And, they break up, and she starts hitting me up, of course, Oh my God, I'm so sad. Me and Nick broke up. He broke my heart. I broke his. It's just a terrible situation. Oh my God. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing? Oh, come over. We're having a party over at my buddy's house. We're going to get wasted. Come over. She comes over, start getting wasted together, start hanging out every day for like 2 weeks, She's on the rebound. She's looking for love. She needs it. So where does she find it? She finds it in me. And I give it to her. I give her everything. I chode out. And, I knew that they were still hanging out. They were still talking. They were trying to recover from the pain that they were both experiencing. And I knew that, and it hurt me to know that they were still talking. But I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I want her so bad. I'm going to just allow her to keep talking to that ex. I'm going to allow everything to just work itself out, to just run its course. And Jessica and I, we're going to be together. We're going to be together for a very long time, hopefully forever. This is my moment. I've been waiting for this. And basically about 3-4 months into this, I fell fast back then. Like I said, I was that guy that fell in love with every girl that looked at me on the train, in a car, every girl that looked at me at the mall. I fell in love easy. And I fell in love with Jessica. And lo and fucking behold, she comes over one night. Aaron, I've got something to tell you. I'm like, okay, where are you? Well, I'm actually in your neighborhood right now. I'm with my cousin. I need to come over. I need to tell you something. She comes over with her cousin and 2 girls. They're in my driveway and they're walking up. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And she tells me that the entire time we've been dating, she's still been sleeping with Nick. She tells me that she's always going to love him. She can never love anybody else. And that even though she told me she loved me, she didn't love me. She's been cheating. And that she just didn't want to do this anymore. She couldn't be with me anymore, and she's going back with him. 4 months later, they break up, of course, whatever. I was destroyed. Absolutely, completely, and utterly destroyed. No other word suits how I can explain this other than destroyed. To my very core, I'm crying. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm very overweight, at this age, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like not eating, because I'm like, man, if I was thin, Kelly would want me. I'm not eating. I'm actually running. It kind of sparked some motivation in me for a little bit. But I was still, mostly what it really sparked was the self-medication. Just binge drinking, chain smoking cigarettes. Eating even more once the initial motivation of not eating went away. I mean, it was just, I'll never forget how crushed I was. It was the fucking worst. And I thought to myself, if I can't have Jessica, then I'm not going to be able to have anyone. My self-worth, my identity was so easily malleable that what had happened was she was a fucking mold. She was a Jello mold, and I poured myself into her. I was now her boyfriend. I went over to her house. I was hanging out with her family. I think we were even talking about fucking marriage at this point. I mean, it was bad. And I fucking cried and I wept for weeks, and my friends tried to get me to come over and rage, and I would just sit in my room and drink and drink and drink. I have massive alcoholic tendencies, and I would sit in my room and I would just binge drink, and I would go to the DVD store. I mean, this was back before Netflix really blew up. I'd go to the DVD store and just rent like 5-6 movies at a time, only watch like 3 of them and take all of them back, and I would just get wasted and wasted, and I just thought that I was fucking done and I would never recover. And sure as shit, here I sit fucking 6 years later, and I can't even believe that 1, I ever went for that girl, 2, that I ever got myself into that situation to begin with, and 3, what a fucking loser I was at the time. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't have self-love for who you were at certain parts of my life. One of the things that I've had to struggle with is definitely looking back on myself and not beating myself up for these types of situations, but understanding that expression that I always break down for you guys. It's my favorite expression of all time, my favorite quote. I don't know who said it. When you look it up, they don't really tell you who said it. It's really hard to find out who said it. Every success and every failure are equal bricks in my mansion. The idea here being that every single time that you've ever fucking failed, it was as integral to your success as your successes. You need them both. And this was a time in my life where I thought I would never fucking come back. And sure as shit, I rose like the fucking phoenix and I come back. Now, you might be dealing with a situation like this where a girl has destroyed you. I've gotten about 2 Facebook messages in the last week from guys who say, Aaron, I have been destroyed by a woman. I have had a girl in my life that I thought this was the one, and she has completely and utterly ruined that for me. She's destroyed everything. She took my heart. She ripped it the fuck out, and I don't feel like I'm ever going to come back for this. And I tell them, I say, you're going to fucking come back. You're gonna bounce the fuck back. Maybe you're dealing with a financial situation. Maybe you're dealing with, I've had situations in the past where some of my best friends in the world, I mean, this has been a long time now, but, because I feel like I've attracted very quality friends into my life where we don't deal with, I haven't had drama with friends in a long fucking time, man. But I feel like I used to attract a very low quality person because I was a very low quality person. And in those situations, when you become best friends with somebody that's very low quality and that person fucks you over in a really bad way or cuts you off or just says, you know what, fuck you, man, I'm never fucking talking to you again. Your ego, again, your identity is tied into that person. Oh, fucking Chris, he's my best fucking friend. We're boys. You start thinking about weird shit like, man, when I get fucking married, Chris is going to be my best man. He's going to be there for me through the thick and thin. He's going to be there for me, man. This is my best fucking friend. This is my boy. And then that fucking dude's gone and you're like, fuck, I have no goddamn friends. I've got nothing. What am I going to do now? This fucking sucks. You find yourself in these situations where you just feel like nothing you do is going to work. It's never going to get better. But I promise you, 100% sure as shit, it always fucking gets better. It always fucking does. And you know what? Maybe you go through a hell period, okay? Maybe you've had a relationship in your life where you were with this girl for fucking years and you were way more attached, way more deeply emotionally invested, way deeper emotional angers with this girl than I had with my girl back when I was 19, 20. But that girl's the one that ruins you. That's the girl that cheats on you, that breaks your heart, that comes over in the middle of the day and you weren't expecting it, and she tells you, you know what, we're fucking done. We're over. I'm not going to do this anymore. And so maybe you're going to go through this hell period where it takes you time. And when you're going through that hell period, then you have to 100% and utterly trust in the process of your evolution. Trust in the fact that you have to get better in order to get better. I made a video a long time ago about my views on confidence. I said that I believe that for me, and I think that for a lot of people, confidence is derived from being proud of yourself, being proud of the things that you're doing. So maybe you're incredibly overweight. Maybe you're 300 to 400 pounds. And yes, you've been going to the gym for the last 3-4 months, but your body doesn't really look any different. Maybe the number on the scale hasn't even changed that much. Maybe you're not crushing into the gym the way that you want to. but you should be proud of the fact that you're taking action. And so long as you can be proud of the actions that you're taking on a day-to-day basis, then that's where you should derive your confidence. Don't derive your confidence when it comes to pickup from how many girls you're sleeping with, how often that you're pulling, how many makeouts you're getting in the field. Have your confidence be derived from the fact that you're going out and you're trying to get better. Be proud of the fact that you are trying to get better at pickup, that you're getting better with women, that you're following through, that you're watching my videos and you're trying to emulate what it is that I'm doing in the field, and you're taking my tips that I lay out for you in these videos and you're going out and you're actually doing it. Be proud of that, because when you're proud of what it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, then that's where true confidence is derived from. Now here's the fact of the matter. You can watch this video over and over and over again. You can promise yourself relentlessly, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it to the top. But the fact of the matter is that the brain needs proof, not promises. So you telling yourself, me telling you that you're gonna come out of this on top isn't enough. The fact of the matter is, just like in pickup, when we say reference experience is king, when I tell you that you have to go out and you have to actually do this shit in order to prove to your brain that you're capable, in order for you to gain the confidence of knowing that you can do this, the same holds true for these types of circumstances that make you feel completely and utterly trapped, that make you feel defeated and like your world is going to fucking implode upon itself. You are going to have to go through the fucking ringer. You're gonna have to go through complete and absolute hell before you completely internalize this abundant mindset that I'm talking about. This mindset where you know, yes, I'm going through this, yes, it fucking hurts, yes, this is painful, but in the end, I will fucking make it out on top, and not only that, but I'll be better than when I went in. Everything is going to work itself out. I've found myself in relationships in the past couple of years or so where, I've absolutely refused to date girls. I mean, I'm in a relationship right now, and I'm in one of the happiest relationships of my entire life right now. And before this one, I refused to ever take on a title, to take on a girl as my girlfriend, or to be her boyfriend, or to do cute, cuddly shit. I've been a fucking dick to girls over the last few years, and it's because I know that the sad fucking truth of the matter is that girls are attracted to that. We know this as guys that are in pickup, and if you don't know this, then let me lay it out for you. Girls are addicted to the wide array of emotions. They want to feel like this guy that's very blasé, this guy that's showing a complete and utter willingness to walk, that isn't bashing down their door, that isn't blowing up their inbox to hang out. They don't want to feel like shit from that, but secretly they want to be chasing the validation of that guy. And so they're addicted to when they feel like shit that guy isn't texting them, and then they're addicted to when that text finally does come through. And I've embodied that over the last few years. And I've had girls where I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna step off of that shit and I'm gonna be fucking romantic with this girl. I'm gonna be fucking cute with this girl. I wanna buy her flowers. And then I've done that. And I've gotten into these situations where I feel so emotionally invested that I start to feel like, man, I'm putting all my chips in the pot right now. I'm putting all my chips in the pot right now. What if she takes all my chips and she fucking bluffs and she wins the hand and I fucking fold out and I'm fucked? And now all this investment that I've shown with this girl, that I've put into this girl, it's all fucked. What am I gonna do then? And sometimes I even feel like that in the relationship that I'm in now. And I start thinking, what if I'm putting too much into this and then I just get crushed? It's hard to feel vulnerable. It's hard to really put yourself out there in a way that just opens your fucking heart up, and it breaks the bars, it breaks the glass case, it breaks away the fortress, and you're ready to just be fucking stabbed. But here's the deal. This is how you overcome that. By understanding the concepts that I'm laying out to you right now in this video. Understanding that no matter how deep into a relationship you are, no matter how bad it is that you want a relationship with one particular girl and you just can't seem to have it, no matter where you are in these types of scenarios and you have this fear of the future, understand that no matter what, you have to trust in your faculties. Abundance is a mindset. Guys always say, how do you feel abundant with women when you don't have a plethora of women in your life? How is it that I actually feel as though, oh, I've got a bunch of girls in my life? You don't, okay? Even if you are monogamous, I firmly believe that if you are in a monogamous relationship for the last 5 to 10 years, you can still have an abundant mindset, because abundance comes from knowing that you can acquire whatever this is, okay? So you should have, in America, you probably have an abundant mindset when it comes to food. Because if you've got $10, you can go to Aldi, you can go to Kroger, and you can buy that food. It's easily accessible. In the same way that a guy who's slept with over 100, 200 women can get into a monogamous relationship and still feel abundance, knowing that he can go out when that relationship ends, he can go out and he can attract a very high quality woman. He can attract sex into his life. He can attract a woman whose feminine energy that he's going to be able to take in and enjoy and go on a trip with and have these romantic dates. I think of all the times that I met a girl, daytime, cold approach, we had a romantic date, we slept together that same night after just meeting earlier that day, and then she's blowing me up, and I think to myself, you know what, I could fucking, if I ever reached a point in my life where I was like, you know what, I want to get married, I want to settle down, I want a girl to call my girlfriend, I know that I could go out in a matter of probably a 3-day fucking period and I can find solid ass candidates for who that girl is going to be. And that's the abundant mindset. And so that's what's going to help you with everything that I'm talking about here, is understanding that everything is going to be okay because you are a man of abundance. You're a man that can go out and acquire what it is that you want to acquire. I have never, ever, okay, I take that back. In the last 3 to 4 years, I have never felt like I would ever really go homeless or end up in a really poor financial situation where I am just living in complete and utter poverty. Because you know why? Because I've been fucking self-developing. And the skills that I've learned through creating these videos, through pickup, through learning social dynamics, through learning seduction, through learning all of these different concepts related to public speaking and all these things, I feel confident in the fact that I could go out and get a fucking career if I ever had to. If Evolution Daily absolutely tanked and I was left with nothing and my roommates beat me up and threw me out on the street, I am confident that within a 7-day period, even if I had to go through this hell week of being homeless, that I could go out and I could get a decent paying job. Even if it was just being a waiter somewhere and using the charisma that I've learned, learning the social skills, learning the dialogue dynamics that I've learned, I could go out and be a decent waiter or a decent pizza delivery guy or anything in the service industry, and then from there I could build myself up and get to a place where I could go get a career and then eventually maybe go back to school. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't fear a lot of things because I have this abundant mentality, and this is the mentality that I want you guys to have. So I really hope that I've really helped you out in this video. I really enjoyed recording this. I took all these thoughts that I've been working on for a long time, and I decided that I wanted to make sort of a long form manifesto here. And I hope that this video really helps you guys out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Join my Facebook group. Hit me up. Let me know what you thought about this video. Comment in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for being subscribed to Evolution Daily, for watching my videos, and for allowing me to help you guys in every way that I possibly can. Take care. Bye.